Welcome back to the positive side of sports and entertainment. You know, there are a lot of stars from the Valley. You got David Spade and Jordan Sparks and a lot of other people. But there's one guy that you've probably seen on TV, but maybe you don't know who he is.
Well, this guy's special, not just because he's from the Valley here. He graduated from Desert Mountain High School here in Scottsdale. But his parents put him through college to be a computer programmer. And when he got all done with college, he came home and he told his parents, I've decided I'm going to go to acting school. And even though the parents could have wrote another check, they said, good luck, son. We wish you the best.
Oh, Crunchwrap, huh? It's good to go, right? What's in it?
Queso dip.
Really? Like cheesy, spicy, party, queso? Looks delicious.
Nah, cool.
Originally, I just finished up with my master's, and so when I was like, hey, I want to go to acting class, they were kind of, they were uneasy about it. They were like, why do you want to go to acting class? So they said, if you really want to go for it, you're going to pay for it this time. And so I wanted it bad enough, and I paid for it.
Wake up.
When did you start thinking about, I want to be an actor?
Oddly enough, I actually didn't start thinking about being an actor until after high school. I was in college. My roommate, Harley J., another Arizona kid, was actually doing the drama club, the theater club, everything through high school. I kind of always thought like I'd like to do it, but I was always the shy kid, so I never got into it. And then eventually he moved out to LA, and I decided, I was kind of in a rut here. What the heck? Go out there, give it a shot, see what happens. And I've just been really fortunate since then.
And you find yourself a slave tonight. Yeah, you feel so low, though you're up so high. It's all right.
How flooded is Southern California with wannabe actors and actresses?
It's ridiculous. Everybody that you meet, anywhere you go, will say, I'm out here to be an actor or an actress.
That many?
Oh, it's completely. Everybody that's there is doing something within the entertainment business. It might not just be acting, but they want to be, reporter. They want to be the E-entertainment news host. They want to be like whatever it is, but they want to be in the business.
How does somebody survive financially? Is it families that back you, or do you have to go basically work at a local convenience store?
Some people obviously are lucky enough to have their families back them through the whole thing. I personally I'm not that type of person, so when I moved out there, I started off doing background work, just doing whatever I could to make the rent. I actually didn't pay rent. I slept on a couch for this first 6 months. So then after I actually had to start paying rent, I got a job at Blockbuster. I was there for a couple years, and just up until 2 months ago, been in LA for 3 years now, is the first time I haven't had to have a day job.
That cheesy, spicy, beefy queso dip in the new Queso Crunchwrap.
Are you gonna finish that?
All right, the Taco Bell commercial, you're just partying and having fun.
Yeah.
Obviously that was a natural for you? That was easy?
It was easy until you had to bite into that Queso Crunchwrap like 100 times. Then you were kind of, and we're in this elevator, and we were there for 11 hours. So you're kind of like, all right, it's getting hot. There's extras in here. We all have lines. And after you say the same line about 1,000 times, you're you're almost blank. You're like, what am I saying this time? Is there queso in the Crunchwrap? Is that what we're going for? So it's a trip. It's a trip to see how it works too, because when you watch it on TV, it looks like everything's, oh, that must have been easy. They just popped a camera up and they shot it. But I mean, we were literally in the elevator switching positions, like doing different angles, and it was literally 11 hours for a 30-second commercial.
There's a place in your heart nobody's been.
Rascal Flatts, one of the hottest groups in the country, #1 video. Were you recognized after that? I mean, every girl saw you with your shirt off. You had the scraggly, like what you're going on now, the 5 o'clock shadow. You didn't have a bad role to play with that blonde in there either.
Right. No, Jillian was the blonde, and she was incredible. Bobby was the other blonde. He was my best friend. It was probably the most fun I've ever had on a job since I've been there. It was surreal. Our director, Sean Silva, had the most amazing eye. They scouted the most amazing locations. So I mean, just being there, the locations really were just as breathtaking in person as they were, on TV. It was like 5 or 6 in the morning here, and we were all exhausted. It was freezing, which is funny because it was freezing cold in this one, and they had to keep us wet. So the makeup lady kept coming and spraying us, and it was just unbearable. Like we were just, please stop spraying us. I got some fake tattoos. They gave me a bicep tattoo and a forearm tattoo. It's always fun to have those because they can come off. And we're both checking out Jillian here. She's the girl that we've never seen before that I'm curious about. But he's assuring me that we'll see her later at this party we're gonna go to. This scene was actually the second night. This is the first night we were with the Rascal Flatts. So we had just met them this night. They were doing this thing where they're kind of walking through the crowd, but they're not actually supposed to be there. Basically what happens is I notice her from across the room, and then we go to where the cops come, and all of a sudden there's this like, I want to meet you. I go into this daydream, which I guess is sort of creepy, but I end up jumping in the car with her, which takes us to the whole neck shot. This actually isn't even Jillian driving here. This is a stunt driver they brought in. I am in the passenger seat. You can see me clenching to the roll bar because basically there's a big hill on this side right here, and then this, it doesn't look as scary. Maybe I was just being a wimp, but it's a really big drop. And so I thought we were gonna roll right off of that. The infamous kiss, which she kind of takes advantage of me here. I didn't even get to move in, she just went for it. I guess that says something about my character.
The one thing Brent Bailey did prove, if you really want to do something and you don't have the money to do it, just follow your heart.
Sleeping on the couch ain't that bad, as long as you got the goal you're going for.
You and I have both done it, so we know all about it.
Hey, don't